The quest to understand our place in the cosmos is perhaps the oldest and most profound question humanity has ever asked. Are we alone? Is the life that teems on this pale blue a cosmic accident? Or is it the rule of a universe that seems almost designed to create complexity? For decades, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence has been a project of listening, of scanning the heavens with radio telescopes and optical arrays, hoping to catch a whisper of another civilization. But what if the answer is not that there is no other life, but that we are looking in the wrong way? What if the greatest intelligence in the universe exists not in some distant galaxy that we can see, but in dimensions that we cannot perceive? This is the fascinating intersection of NASA's practical search for life beyond Earth and the mind-bending theoretical physics of higher dimensions, a concept powerfully illuminated by the Flatland analogy and popularized by astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson. The search for life beyond our world has entered a new and exciting era. NASA's efforts are no longer confined to the speculative. They are deeply rooted in tangible exploration and scientific inquiry. The Finding Life Beyond Earth documentary, produced in cooperation with NASA and the National Institute of Aerospace, captures this moment of intense investigation, stating that scientists are on the verge of answering one of the greatest questions in history. Are we alone? This is not science fiction. It is the cutting edge of astrobiology. Rovers like Perseverance on Mars are actively searching for biosignatures, the chemical and physical signs of past or present life. The mission's discovery of the most convincing evidence of past life on Mars is a testament to how close we are coming to finding an answer. These missions, combined with powerful space telescopes like the James Webb Space Telescope, are helping us understand the conditions necessary for life and identify exoplanets in the habitable zone, where liquid water, a key ingredient for life as we know it, could exist. However, as we scan the skies for radio signals and chemical signatures, a troubling paradox emerges. The universe is vast and ancient. It contains billions of stars and likely billions of planets. Statistically, the conditions for life should be common. The universe should be teeming with civilizations, and yet we see no definitive evidence of them. This is the famous Fermi Paradox, named after physicist Enrico Fermi, who famously asked, "Where is everybody?" The search results highlight this very conundrum. The universe is so vast and ancient that it should be full of alien civilizations, but why haven't we found any? The possible answers to this paradox are numerous and chilling. Perhaps civilizations are rare, fragile, and tend to destroy themselves before they can spread across the stars. Perhaps we are the first advanced intelligence to emerge, a lonely sentinel in a quiet cosmos. Or, perhaps, the answer is far more profound and unsettling. The search results suggest a compelling alternative. The only explanation might be that advanced civilizations exist in higher dimensions that we cannot see, just as you cannot see the people inside a building from the street. This is where the Flatland analogy becomes an invaluable tool for understanding our potential cosmic ignorance. Imagine a world that exists entirely in two dimensions, a flat plane of existence. Its inhabitants can move left and right, forward and backward, but they have no concept of up or down. This is their entire reality. Now, imagine a being from the third dimension, a sphere, observes this flat world. To the Flatlanders, the sphere would appear to be a god. It would be able to see inside their houses, see through their bodies, and observe their internal organs. It could reach into their world from above and remove an object from a locked box without breaking the seal. It could appear and disappear at will, seemingly out of thin air. Neil deGrasse Tyson is a master of using this analogy to explain how a being from a higher dimension would appear to us. He argues, if you live in a higher dimension relative to some community of beings, you are all-powerful and all-knowing in ways they will never understand or imagine. A fourth-dimensional being would have powers that are indistinguishable from the omnipotence and omniscience attributed to gods by deeply religious people. This is a powerful and humbling thought. Our own limitations of perception might be why we have not found anyone. We are simply looking at the wrong level of reality. The implications of this are staggering. A higher dimensional alien wouldn't need a spaceship to travel from another star. It would be existing in a reality that is all around us, but just out of sight. It could be observing us right now. In the same way we can observe a flat drawing on a piece of paper, seeing the entire thing at once. Tyson even imagines a hierarchy of gods, where a fourth-dimensional being is a god to us, a fifth-dimensional being is a god to them, and so on. This transforms our search for life. Instead of just looking for radio signals from distant stars, perhaps we should be looking for subtle effects that cannot be explained by known physics, anomalies that might be the fingerprints of a higher dimensional reality. Some modern thinkers and scientists have begun to explore this, suggesting that concepts like telepathy, teleportation, and even consciousness itself could be understood through the lens of higher dimensional physics. Of course, these remain highly speculative and fringe ideas, but they illustrate how the Flatland analogy encourages us to think beyond our everyday experience and consider possibilities that are profoundly different from our own. The relationship between NASA's mission and the theoretical concept of higher dimensions is not one of conflict, but of expansion. NASA's work is grounded in the laws of physics as we understand them, searching for life in the familiar three dimensions of space. It is a project of immense importance and will likely yield incredible discoveries in the coming decades. However, the Flatland analogy, championed by thinkers like Neil deGrasse Tyson, offers a philosophical counterpoint. It challenges our anthropocentrism and reminds us that our senses and our instruments are calibrated to a very narrow slice of reality. The search for alien life may not just be a search for life that exists on another planet. It could be a search for an entirely new ontology, a new way of being. The answer to the Fermi Paradox might not be that they are not out there, but that they are all around us, in the dimensions we have yet to learn how to see. As we continue to explore the universe, from the surface of Mars to the distant reaches of space, we must keep our minds open to the possibility that the greatest discoveries will not just be of new places, but of new ways of perceiving reality itself.